Yo, what is up, loafers? This is Nanobread, and welcome back to day 19 of Stardew Every Day. Neutral luck today. Yeah, I'll go fishing for another day. Once I breach that 5k though, even if it's an unlucky day, I'll probably head down to the mines just to make some more progress on that. Salmonberry season's also done, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Pet the cat. I should also not forget to do these quests that people have for me. I mean, only like one of them really matters right now, and that's to gather wood for Robin. Actually, I can just do that right now. I hope you guys are proud of me. Today, I woke up at a whopping 10 a.m. Now, I know for some people, that's probably like nothing. Honestly, you probably wake up like a couple hours before that. But for me, that's pretty impressive, especially judging that I've been waking up around noon every day, so 10 a.m. is definitely an improvement. Also, I realized I never made a scarecrow, and I was wondering why some of my crops are getting destroyed. And the multitasking really does not happen when I'm trying to talk to you guys at the same time as playing the game, but that's fine. It's just a single strawberry. Now, I did wake up this morning at 10 a.m. because I went to go get dim sum with my girlfriend and her mom, and it's been a while since I've had dim sum, so I was very excited to do that. So it's definitely a good incentive for me to get out of bed. I do hope that means that I can sleep earlier today and I can start waking up maybe at 10 and earlier from now on. It is currently 10:11 as I'm recording this, so I do have a good chance of getting this video edited and like uploaded to YouTube before 12, so I'm pretty hopeful. So in the previous video, I did see that Courtney left a comment, so I'll put that on the screen right now. And it's kind of implied, but I'm assuming she's asking me, do I think that offense or defense matters more in basketball? Now, I don't really like dealing in like absolutes or like what's better and what's not, because the game obviously revolves around both. If you don't score the ball, you're not going to win. But if you don't prevent your opponent from scoring the ball, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to win too. But if you made me argue for one side, I like to be the devil's advocate, because I know most people would probably pick offense. But I would actually like to say defense. Ooh, the traveling cart is also open today. I'm going to go check her out. Now, I do say that defense is more important just because you do need to get some stops in the game. If your opponent just continuously scores, it's going to be pretty damn hard to catch up. But if you get some defensive stops, then it will lead to you possibly getting better offense as well. I'm going to buy another rare seed. I'm going to stock up just so I can prepare for the fall. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, I just said that better defense leads to good offense. Yeah, but again, I don't really like dealing in absolutes. Like, you can't really have one without the other. And now, yes, sometimes you may hear the saying like, that was good defense, but it was just better offense. And yes, that's sometimes going to happen. It is the NBA, everyone's are freaks of nature, so it's bound to happen that someone is just able to score over a good defender, whether it's by luck or by pure skill. Now, if I go back to that good defense leads to good offense, you've never heard that saying the other way around. Like, you've never heard that good offense will lead to good defense, because that just doesn't make any sense. Like, how are you going to score the ball on one end and then play better defense on the other end? But if you play good defense, you could potentially get like a steal or force them to turn the ball over somehow, and then you can get a easy bucket in transition. And if you think about some of the biggest plays in basketball, sure, a lot of them are the offensive ones, but a lot of the ones that kind of go unseen are the defensive ones. And sometimes people even say that some of the greatest plays in NBA Finals history is a defensive play. Like that 2016 Finals with the Warriors versus Lakers. Sure, you have that Kyrie Irving shot from 3, and that was great, don't get me wrong. I'm still salty about that as a Warriors fan. But you cannot tell me that the best play from that series was not the LeBron James chase down block on Iguodala. That's going to be forever cemented in history. and it's going to be forever iconic. But again, there are so many arguments that you could give for either side that I don't think you're necessarily wrong. And honestly, I still really don't believe in either of them. I just wanted to pick one to argue against it. But if you guys have other arguments for me, then please leave that down in the comments. I want to see where your guys' head is at. While we're on the topic of sports though, I have been watching a lot of volleyball lately. So I am a huge Haikyuu fan. I actually think it's the greatest anime that I've ever seen. I'm not necessarily saying that it's like the greatest of all time, but for me personally, from what I've watched, there's nothing really better than Haikyuu. It has amazing character and story development with each person. You get to see the growth from Hinata wanting to be this ace to eventually, accepting his role as being a decoy and just improving on all of his skills and his fundamentals. You see Suki going from this player that only sees volleyball as a club and trying to stay away from it so he doesn't get as hurt as his brother did, to loving the sport and even laughing and smiling on the court, which is something that no one's really seen up until one, the block against Ushiwaka, and then in the movie against Nekoma. So it's just incredible, and those are only a few people that you get to see the character development of. Now I wish you did see more of some characters. Like I wish that Yamaguchi or Nishinoya had more growth, but honestly they aren't really the main focus, but you still get to know them and their backstory, and like you see all of their ups and downs, which I really like about a story. Like I like seeing the realism of things. Also, the movie was really good. I didn't get to watch it in theaters because I was taking care of my girlfriend with a really long fever at the time, so I never got the chance to go to like the theaters and watch it. I believe it was only out for like a couple weeks, but it did come out on Crunchyroll, I think on October 31st. So, and I didn't get to watch it maybe until a couple days ago, but my god, I was so hyped throughout the whole movie. My girlfriend was in a meeting in like the living room, and she could hear me like getting hyped for like Hinata and Tsuki and just the whole Karasuno team the entire time. So because of Haikyuu, I started getting more and more into volleyball. I did watch it when I was in college, like my own school play, and we're a pretty good team. I would really only watch it when the band plays at those games, but I kind of did wish that I went on my own accord. What I didn't know is that there's actually a couple players on the French national team that go or have went to UC Irvine. Like I think our best player, Heno, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's currently a senior, and I saw that he played for the French national team. And I was like, god damn, I know that he was a good player because he won Big West Player of the Year, but I didn't realize that he was on a national level like that. And it's just really cool that you get to see people from your school like compete on that level. So then I started watching more games on like YouTube. I'm a pretty big fan of the Japan team. I like the fact that they're kind of always like the underdogs because they're always way smaller than the other team, yet they're able to do just as well as some of those other teams. Nishida, the left-handed opposite, he is a beast. I don't understand how he hits the ball so damn hard, but it's really incredible to watch. And all the fake spikes into a set from, oh, I forgot his name, but he wears the number 14. I don't know. It's just incredible volleyball to watch, and I have so much fun with it. I also watch a volleyball channel where they kind of play like at their own local gym, and I think that that's really cool. You know, they have a team together, I'm assuming with like their friends, or like they met people at those local volleyball games and made a team that way. But it's cool because, you know, they have all like the volleyball fundamentals, but they're not freakishly tall or freakishly athletic as like the professional volleyball players or even like college level. So it's just nice to be able to see like how those people play volleyball. And honestly, sometimes I do prefer to watch them than to like professional athletes. because a lot of the times it does just turn into like one team like spiking the ball down onto one of the other side, and they get the point, and then they serve, and then it just happens back to them. Now, I'm really oversimplifying it, but that's just kind of like what it feels like when I'm watching it. Sure, they do have some good rallies, but most of the time it's like in a France versus Japan game that I was watching, it was just like France, when they get the ball, they would spike it down and get it past the Japan blockers, and then when it came time for Japan to spike, they always got a wipe on one of their players. And I was like, man, I wish there were some longer rallies and it wasn't just like freaks of nature going at it. And sometimes it is really cool. Like, you see those cannons that some of those players have, and it's really insane what they can do. But it's also nice to see what like closer to regular people can do. The channel I believe I've been watching a lot of lately is called DT Volleyball. I really like him and his team. They play really well together. They like communicate all the time. And honestly, it's making me want to go join a league. I'm just not sure like how to find one or how to even get started with volleyball, since it's a sport that I've never played before besides like in PE, and I do really want to get into it. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, of like how to reach out and everything, please let me know. Also, leave down in the comments if there's any sport like that for you. Like, I've always been a basketball head my entire life, but because of Haikyuu, like that interest has drawn me to volleyball. I wonder if you guys like had the same experience as me or anything. Oh, also, even if you're not a fan of like sports anime or volleyball, please go give Haikyuu a try. Like, again, I wasn't interested in it before I watched it, and I didn't even watch sports anime before that. And I'm telling you, if you like character development, if you like story development, then you will really love Haikyuu like I do. If you hadn't seen the show yet, I wouldn't recommend watching the movie, because it means more when you know the characters. Alright, a decent haul today. I wonder if I'll sell almost 2,000 though, just because I did buy that rare seed today. Alright, and with that, that is another episode of Stardew Everyday. If you guys like this video, please leave a comment down below about anything that, you know, I talked about earlier this video, or just anything that you guys want to talk about. I'm always down to have a conversation with you guys down in the comments section. Alright, and with that, I wish you guys a good night, loafers.